Everything you need to know about the Vigo Dem Party. So sit back, relax, and watch from anywhere. Get ready for a chat with a chair.
So I'm going to call this meeting to order. My name is John Kessler. I'm the chairman of the Vigo County Election Board. I called for this emergency session this afternoon, ongoing a situation that we had discussed in great detail yesterday, but you sleep on things and you get new developments occur, and I thought it important that the board reconvene for further discussion regarding the issue, and in essence the issue that we've been discussing as to the ballot screen as it is currently presented. It might result in confusion or mistake by the voters, and so we're reconvened here today, hopefully for the purpose of having a motion made and a motion seconded, and the board itself voting. And what I deemed as something that might cause confusion or mistake, ask that be corrected, modified, amended, whatever word you want to use, reformat, whatever the computer lingo is. So we were here today with the elected Vigo County Clerk Brad Newman, who by law serves as him and his office and employees serve as the secretary of the Vigo County Election Board. And I'm seated to my left is Jerry Arnold. Jerry is the newly appointed Republican designee to serve on the election board, and he has provided to the clerk today's date his oath of office, and it's been notarized and signed by the clerk's office, and I now acknowledge that Jerry is the duly appointed representative of the Vigo County Republican chairman, and Jerry is now serving on the board as the #1 chair. Yesterday he wasn't allowed to vote, today he is. So a lot of things happen in 24 hours. So there's been lots and lots of discussion and social media and newspaper articles and everything else has occurred since we tested the machines 1 week ago, just about at this exact hour, and I raised my concern, and now here we are 1 week later. So I'm ready to proceed with the making of a motion. I don't know that we need any further discussion because we discussed it quite a bit, but I think everybody's had a chance to sleep on it and do some studying, and we pondered it, as Andy Griffith was saying, and after pondering, we're ready to, I think, to proceed. So as...
Before we do that,
Yes.
I want to start by reiterating something. Give me 1 second.
No, that's
You
fine.
haven't made a motion, right?
No motion been made yet.
All right. I want to start by reiterating the ballot that was prepared by my office that we're changing meets the requirements of Title III of the Indiana Code, and then was approved by the state and all the governing bodies that cover elections. So it was approved in a legal ballot. Integrating the ballot into the voting machines created a few races where the voter would have to scroll down in order to see all candidates and other similar contests. While the machines require the voter to scroll down prior to moving on, there are citizens who seek to politicize the issue. I stand by the proposition, and always have, that the integrity of the Vigo County election rises above political party. This election should be about the qualifications of the individual candidates and their abilities and skills to perform the duties that come with the office. I refuse to allow individuals to hijack this election with an issue and narrative completely irrelevant to who's the best candidate. Towards that end, the staff of the Vigo County Clerk's Office has worked tirelessly to create a new manner of uploading the ballot, meeting statutory requirements, and addressing the concerns raised. We've identified funds within our already existing budget to transfer so that no additional appropriation of taxpayer dollars is required. I will ask the election board to approve the uploaded format at this meeting. That's your cue.
Very good. And as far as the uploaded format's concerned, of course, we've not made a motion yet, nor proceeded to vote, but the Democrat representative to the election board, namely me, and the Republican appointee to the election board, namely Jerry, prior to this meeting, did go in and reviewed one of the voting machines and reviewed the screen, and with the new formatting, and under the rules that we understand, we do not need to conduct another public test. We're not changing the ballot, we're just altering the format is the word I'm going to use. So we're not going to have a public test, but to everybody's, have your mind set at ease, Jerry Arnold and I just 10 minutes ago went in and reviewed it to see that it meets with our approval. So, and we did a test ballot that we ran through, Jerry in the precinct where he resides and I in the precinct where I resided, and did a test ballot, and I think, I won't speak for Jerry, but it looked like it worked good to me.
Yeah.
And the new formatting looked great.
Yeah, I timed John, and John did it in 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
There you go. So everybody can rest assured before we vote that we have tested the machines, even though we're not required to do so, and we're very pleased with the new formatting. So with that being said, I am now going to make a motion very similar to the one I made yesterday, but being a lawyer, I tinkered with my language a little bit and tweaked it and got it maybe in a wording that we can understand better. So my motion to my members of the board would be that I make a motion directing the Vigo County Clerk's Office and his vendor now and all future vendors to format the ballot such that names of all candidates for the same office are visible to the voter simultaneously on the same ballot screen. And I make this motion and would further add that if this motion is carried, that it applies to this election for November 8th, 2022, and all future primaries and general elections to be held in Vigo County. So I would ask again if anybody would second that motion.
I will second.
All right. So a second having occurred, I would now bring the motion for vote, and all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? So having heard all three members of the board to vote aye and no nays, I now hereby find that we have adopted the motion as presented. Now then, I would like a second motion, and I think that having already tested the machine, I think we're good to go. You know, early voting starts Wednesday. So if we don't have this reformatted and good to go, we might have some issues Wednesday. But my second motion that I will move, I direct that no voting occur until motion number 1 is carried out, specifically that the electronic ballot is reformatted in the way as has just been approved by the board. So in other words, we're good to go on Wednesday, and if we're not good to go on Wednesday, we won't vote. So does anybody second that motion that directly that we won't vote unless the formatting is completed? The motion's been seconded, so for the members of the board to vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? So we'll note that the ayes have it, and the motion is passed. And we've already discussed that there's no need to do public testing So as the chairman of the Vigo County Election Board, let me just say I thank the ladies and the men of the Vigo County Clerk's Office, in particular Mr. Newman. After we left yesterday morning, I know for a fact they worked endlessly and tirelessly all through the day on a Sunday and night, and crunching numbers and going through the budget and trying to find funds so that the taxpayers would not have to meet this burden if the council was in a position to fund this. Mr. Newman crunched numbers and is able to find enough money in the clerk's budget to take care of this. So I think it's very important. We thank Mr. Newman and his staff. They've worked tirelessly. Maybe this is, do I have time to make one more pitch? Do we still need poll workers? We always need poll workers, so we can train you really quick if necessary. So as a public service notice, we still can always use poll workers. So that having been said, one and one only public comment.
I'll make it short and sweet. On behalf of the Vigo County Council and the people of Vigo County, we want to thank the workers and the clerk's office. We want to thank the clerk and the election board. This is a real affirmation of democracy in our county, and we're very, very grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So does anybody have a motion about possible adjournment?
Oh, no, I'm adjourned this.
Well, before that, I would also like to add what Vicky said, that people don't realize how much work goes into something like this off the scenes. And having been on the election board for, what, 20 years? I've seen a lot of them, and we've had a couple of elections where we were here for going on 48 hours, just counting ballots. And so people just work their tails off, so my highest accolade to them.
So having said that, do you have a motion?
I move, we adjourn.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and thank you so much, everybody. The meeting is now closed for business, and get out and vote.
OCRATIC. Everything you need to know about the Vigo Dem Party. So sit back, relax, and watch from